Hey, it's the Pacific Northwest Geek here, and today I want to talk to you about comic books.
Yakima's done screwed my head up. Oh God, blame Yakima. Blame Yakima.
As with that intro, you saw what I want to talk about is comic books. My history with collecting them, their importance to me personally, and by the way, this is Harbinger number 25, printed by Valiant, 1992. And oh, here's a little tidbit, a little kind of go off the subject a little bit. They used to put a whole bunch of cool ads in these, and it just so happened this one has an ad on the inside for Street Fighter 2 Turbo and bum 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 bum. Test your might. The original Street Fighter from Acclaim, who appropriately went on to go buy this one. But anyways, I really enjoyed them. I would, my dad was in the Navy, from 1972 to 1992, and in the early 80s, as I was beginning school and learning to read, my dad would come home with these comic books, and they would take the covers off for some strange reason. He'd tell me why, but they would take the covers off and give them to them. And he'd come home with them, and he'd give them to me. Didn't really know how to read. Knew who the heroes were, because kids back then, much like now, even if they don't know how to read, they know who Superman and Batman and Spider-Man, they know who all those are because of movies and TV shows and nowadays video games. Back then, there was reruns of the live-action Batman show and reruns of the live-action Incredible Hulk show. Plus, there was the live-action Christopher Reeves and Gene Hackman Superman movies. So knew who these characters were. And so, but not was if they were like fighting, kind of boom, 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 boom. Okay, it's like great, that's what they're doing, but I didn't really, still would not know what they were really saying. So it became a driving factor in me wanting to really hurry up and read so I can enjoy them more. And I really got into them. And you can spend like, fuck, dude, comic books up until probably about the mid-late 90s, early 2000s, they were not expensive. I mean, let's do a little bit here. 1970, World's Finest. March 1970, number 192. So Superman together in World's Finest. Look at that. See that? 15 cents. This was 78? No, this is 80... 81? I think, yeah, 81. Might be hard to see, but 50 cents. This one's in really bad shape. 1978, 35 cents. You used to be able to get comics for like $1.25. And I do have, let's see, because I picked out a few select ones I wanted to show off in this video. So, let's see. This is the issue where Cat Grant's son was killed by a Toyman. 1993. I don't know if you can see it, but that's $1.50. Junior high favorite character, Ghost Rider. This is February 1991. $1.50. Back at a point in the late 80s, mid-late 80s, it was like $1, $1.25, $1.50. Once you started getting into the more of the special issues, that's when you got like $1.75, $2, $2.25, $2.50. This is October 91. That's $2. By the way, if you've been watching the Teen Titans show, do you know what happened to him? In season 3, the third episode, I won't talk about it just in case you haven't watched and you want to. I'm not gonna give no spoilers away, but you don't even spend, on special issues. I mean, look at this is probably about 93, is it? Let me see. 93. 125. This is the issue where Colossus' sister died. Also, who, by the way, you saw her in the New Mutants live-action movie. But also, dude, still got, they used to come with little stuff like this. And this still has the card in it. I never took it out. But, you know, it's great. You know, you didn't have to spend a fortune. I remember giving my brother, I think it was maybe a little more than $5 worth of ones or something now. I'm back in the late 80s, and late 80s, early 90s, and he goes, oh, no. He gave me most of the money back. He goes, I only need this much, I think maybe a couple of dollars. And he comes back with one comic book, and he looked at me, he goes, why didn't you tell me they cost so much? It's like, you know, kind of, you know, why I gave you like about $5 or whatever to get 2 comics, because they were costing so much. By the way, where were you January 1993? Where were you January 1993? When? Where were you January 1993? This is I have the graphic novel for this, but the only standalone issue I have in it is this. 125. 125, and it only cost me $1. But it was just. This is one of the. There were certain issues I would really be after, and this was one of the ones I was after. Mainly because I like the cover, because. Dude, that's awesome. But it was just getting to be too much. And I started getting out of them. I would only buy them. I started getting out of them probably about the mid-90s. I was living near Seattle. I would go to Victoria Square Mall, and they had a comic book store there, and we'd get like the ones that would cost like $5. You'd get like 3 or 4 issues and one mystery one. I'd get that. That's probably also where I bought. Do you remember when Ultimate Warrior did a comic? I only got like issue 1 and 2 because this is a back-ass comic book series. Anyways, it would, you know, I wouldn't get them anymore. I mean, maybe, okay, I did. Oh, you can hear the dogs. There used to be a comic magazine called Wizard. And so I would, like, every now and then they'd have something special in there. I ordered a special Eva Ernie picture, which I need the frames. And Prime Half, which comes with Certificate of Affinity. I have Primal Force Zero from DC that also has this. I only have 2 comic books, but I started to get out of it. And it actually was around the time that I started to get into Valiant. Started to get into Valiant. Started to get into, you know, these guys. By the way, Magnus, Robot Fighter number 25. Who remembers the video games? And this was, what year was this printed in? 92 was this? 93. Special edition, $3.50. Who remembers the Van Diesel movie? Bloodshot 1. Bloodshot 0. I started to get into them a little bit, but unfortunately that's when I was getting out of comic books and dogs barking. And I just wasn't worth it. I stopped collecting, stopped buying. I gave a lot of what I had away. I threw them away because I just really just got out of it. And then where I live in Yakima Valley, they have the Central Washington State Festival. And I had gone there, and they one year, they used to do these themed things. They did a dinosaur thing that really sucked. It was a letdown. They did an animation thing, which was pretty cool. I got to meet the guy who used to voice Goofy. That was pretty cool. But one year they did a comic book thing. And so I went around picking up some of these comic books, and I don't know if any of the, most of them were DCs. And, by the way, I have 831 comics, and this is the 831st comic book. Death in the Family. But I started to get out of them. But I picked up brain's broken from all the smoke and shit. But I picked up some of the issues. I think I was some of the ones from Salvation Run, and Judgment Day, which I want to say they were the build up to. What were they build up to? I want to say they were the build up to Infinity Crisis, and I started liking what I was reading. Went to the local library and I picked up a graphic novel. This is it. Not the cover's a little damaged. You can see Identity Crisis, but this was it. This was the title that brought me back to being a comic book fan. Still did not like the prices. I found a store here to get back issues for like $1, which is what I do nowadays. But oh man, that's what brought me back. That Identity Crisis, which to me is my favorite storyline. Okay, next to the Midnight Massacre storyline, which I have all like 5 or 6 issues or whatever. That I thought I had them out to show off, but that's what brought me back. But again, I only do back issues. I won't get no new issues. I remember, like I said, DC. I don't know if I talked about this. DC had done an ad like, we won't go beyond $2.99. I think they're like $3.99 and up now. But I said I only buy back issues. I do enjoy a lot of the movies are out. I enjoyed the 3 Christopher Nolan Batman movies. I enjoyed the Snyder cut of Justice League. I enjoyed the first Suicide Squad. I'm a little mixed on the second one. Marvel movies, I have enjoyed them, and I'm looking forward. Really wanted to see Far From Home. Oh, sorry, not Far From Home, No Way Home in the movie theaters. Anyways, I gotta go do another video and turn my AC on because my room collects a lot of heat, and so I'm sweating a little bit here. If you're a comic book fan, collector or not, because some fans are collectors and some aren't. Some just go for like the games, all the movies, or watch the shows. But if you're a fan, I would like to hear your feedback. What is your favorite comic book title? Do you have a favorite publisher? Growing up, I was a huge Marvel fan. Then I got to be a DC fan, and now I'm kind of leaning towards Valiant again, because Valiant went away, but now they're back. But like I said, what is favorite title, favorite movie, TV show? What is your experience and how you got started to being a fan? But anyways, I am Echo Cero, and I will see you on the flip side. And Spider-Man does whatever a spider can.